Love it. Awesome. We got a couple people joining us. People. All right. Dale and Aisha. Cool. All right. All right. November newcomers. And Aisha is just hopping on here. I don't know if I can put her on the spot and have her say hi to everybody. Let's see. Aisha, are you here with us? Let's see. If not, she is our newest addition, and I'm super excited to get her started here at the office. We also have Fabiola Padilla joining us here in the office today. She's also a brand new agent with us, and we're just excited to have these new faces and get people started training and getting into real estate for the first time. It's really exciting. And we got November birthdays coming up here. So Lois Daigneault, happy birthday to her. That's coming up this Saturday. And then Sunday, happy birthday, Brian Boyle. Awesome. So we got a couple birthdays to celebrate here in November. Lots of people started with KW in November. So we've got Armando Bendito and Lupita Bendito that started with us in November of last year. Brian McKim started with us in November. Matt Tate, Audie McClellan, and Sean Ledbetter. So we've got actually 6. I must have run out of room for text there, but that is who we've got with their anniversary here in November. Aisha, I wanted to go back one slide. You wanted to say hi to everybody? Let's see. The newcomer, yeah, I can hear you. Are you unmuted? No. She's saying no. Not yet. Okay.
So do I unmute? Oh,
yeah, there you go. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Oh, you can hear me right now? Oh, okay.
I can hear you. Yeah,
sorry,
how
I'm
are
new
you,
to all
Aisha?
this. Hi, I'm
Yeah.
Aisha. Nice to meet all of you. Yeah, let me sorry, I'm so new to all of this.
That's okay. Sorry to put you on the spot, but
No,
I just wanted to welcome you to everybody.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome to the KW crew. Hey, everyone. Awesome.
My name.
Awesome. Well, welcome to the crew, Aisha, and we're really looking forward to seeing you grow. No, wait, sorry. All right, so we are moving on to congratulations to Lisa Boyle for capping on company dollar. That is awesome. And congratulations to Michael Shipley on his first deal. He worked something with Melody, and that's awesome to have him to celebrate his first deal with in real estate. He's been helping Melody a whole lot and has been working those relationships, but this is kind of his first big deal. So yeah, congrats to him. Our top 5 year to date, Gavin and Brooke Johnson, we got them at 39.5 million. Heading into the end of the year here, we got Lisa Boyle at 26.1, Brian Boyle at 15.6, Jeff Holman at 11.9, almost 12, and we got Russ McClellan at 10.6. So congratulations to those guys. Awesome. And then I did want to open it up to Ashley Blakely. Just make some real quick points about Brivity. Some of you have had some questions, and so I wanted to open it up to Ashley.
Yeah, can you guys hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you in the office if we lean in. The TV speakers are shot, but go for it.
Okay, I'll try to be louder.
Yes.
So yeah, in regards to Brivity, I've spoken about it a few times, but I wanted to just make it clear that we're getting new leads from Brivity, but we have right now we currently have 200 leads just sitting there in a pond. So it's not like you need to sign up and just wait for leads to come in. We have 200 that are sitting there for the taking. And again, it's no money up front. I had a lot of success in a past platform where I don't think old leads are bad leads. Every lead's a good lead. I mean, they looked at houses at one point, and if they haven't bought one yet, they're gonna buy one. So, I mean, these old leads, I think are gold, and we have a lot, sitting there ready to be taken. So if you're interested in more info, let me know.
Awesome. Yes. Thank you, Ashley. Yes, and that is a really good point to make. These are not leads that have bad contact info. These are not leads that have told people to go away. These are leads that have simply had minimal warm up and haven't actually connected with an agent yet. So there's still a lot of potential there in these leads. So if you've connected with Ashley about Brivity and just decided I'm only going to take the fresh leads, there's a lot of money being left on the table there. So if you have more questions about it, do reach out to Ashley. She's got a ton of experience working these leads on different platforms. And so just lean into that resource. This is a great way to kind of build your business.
One thing I'll say about Brivity, when I started out with Russ about 11 years ago, he had a way of going through and seemed to find a new CRM every year. And so I've learned a lot of them. And it seemed just when we started getting really good, all of a sudden switch and go to another one. This one was my favorite. It has a nice system for setting up for clients for doing searches and being able to send out automatic by drawing your circle and sending out to leads for follow-up. It has great tasks, great follow-up. It's just a really easy software program to deal with. So I really like it.
Awesome. Yeah, I would second that, Tom. It is a great platform. And
so I'm kind of glad we settled on this.
Yeah.
Out of all the ones that are out there, this one here.
Yeah. Awesome. Yep. And it's a great reminder via chat from Russ. Always remember to humanize every lead. Almost every lead, it's a person or a family, and they're at different places in the buying process. If we're out there cranking and we're trying to get through X amount of people every day, those conversations can be tiring. They can also be exciting, but just remember as you're reaching out to these leads that there's a person on the other end of it. Even if it's somebody who's ex-boyfriend decided to use their number to register them, they're still a person, right? And we get a few of those every once in a while, not as much with Brivity, but if you're doing Facebook leads, things like that. Wow, we got a lot of people trying to join mid meeting. All right. Just remember, yeah, they are people. So yeah, awesome. Let's see, listing. Wanted to go over this with you guys. Anybody got any new listings that have just hit the market recently that they want to cover? Anybody on Zoom? Anybody here in the office? Anybody got some new listings they want to generate some excitement for? If not, we did have a little bit of a meeting beforehand. If you don't have a listing agreement signed yet and you're not giving away addresses, I'd love to know maybe something that's coming up. Monica.
I had a great listing that was listed last week. It's
Last week.
a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in East Wenatchee.
Okay.
It's listed at $415, with a $4,000 credit from the lender.
Wow.
If they use the seller's lender. Great condo, remodeled inside. It's absolutely beautiful.
Okay, so we got a 2-bed, 2-bath condo in East Wenatchee at $415,
Mhm.
$4,000 seller credit if they use the seller's lender.
Yes, which is ours, Premier.
Okay, Premier.
Or I guess Boyles. Sorry.
Okay,
Boyles.
perfect.
Yeah,
Okay,
great.
very cool. So we got a killer condo in East Wenatchee that's available for you guys. And that, unless anybody has any other listings they'd like to highlight, that kind of brings me to my next one. We talked over this last week, but if anybody has any trouble finding the right fit for their buyer, off market, expired, canceled, you can let me know here or reach out to me privately. It really depends on what you're comfortable with, but let's try and get you connected. In this market that's shifting, we all have to get better at turning over rocks, right? Finding those unexpected opportunities for people. Gone are the days of just checking the hot sheet and then getting back to life as usual. We want to be able to find unusual things, right? Especially as the internet becomes more pervasive in people's lives. Everybody's already, a lot of times we've experienced this, right? We set up saved searches for clients and they're like, oh, I already saw that one, right? We hear a lot of that. Get in there and find them things they haven't seen, right? Get good at opening buyers' imaginations to possibilities that they haven't considered. But if you're having trouble doing that, reach out. Let's see if we can find a home for that tricky buyer. Quick kind of, this would be a housekeeping reminder. In Command, when you have active deals, when you get something under contract pending, within 48 hours, get those documents submitted. Even if you're waiting on a certain document, if you're like the inspection contingency would be the number one, go ahead and submit it anyway. What that does is give the compliance team an opportunity to look over the existing documents and see if there's anything missing and just get back to you and let you know. So when you get something returned from compliance, it's not supposed to be a big bummer. What it is an opportunity for you to review it and just say, oh, I have that. I just forgot to upload it. Same with commissions. Commissions help us connect with escrow as soon as possible. Some of you have dealt with this recently where escrow has been delayed. Your closing hasn't happened when you thought it was. And the comment I get all the time is like, well, they've had everything they were supposed to have for weeks. Well, they still need time, especially if you're working with an escrow company that's got new people training. They just need time to get things in. And the sooner we can do that, the better. And it's also a compliance thing. So within 48 hours, let's get those documents in. Let's get commission into command. If you guys, and you'll see a reminder coming via email soon as well. We're talking with Marcia. So when she congratulates you guys, that's the other thing is if you're not sending things to the office email address here when they go pending, please do that. That's also a compliance thing. We need a hard copy there at the office email. And it just makes sure everybody's covered in case anything goes missing or anybody says this wasn't sent. If you've got a copy of it in email, that backs you up quite a bit. So if you need any help with this, please reach out to me. Let me know. That's my housekeeping item for the week. Let's see here. Brokers tour tomorrow at 9 a.m. Super excited about this. Yeah, I just want to get back into it. Missed it last week. JR, sounds like you had fun.
Yep.
Can't wait to get back into it. So that'll be tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow at noon. Oh, super excited for this. Lunch and learn. It's every Wednesday at noon. This week we'll be hosting Jennifer Bolin and Jason Wells from North Meridian. They'll be going over title commitments, also known as title reports. This is something that, especially on the buyer side, you're going to see these come through. It's often a contingency in your actual contract. So it's an obligation and a duty you have to your buyers to go over that with them. We're going to be going over those and what to look for. So if you're ever confused, you get one of those things and it's 13 pages and most of it's boilerplate. What isn't boilerplate? What about it is unique to that property? So they're going to be showing you that, how to kind of go over the copies that the county has on file. Lots of good stuff. This is going to be great. So I really hope to see everybody there tomorrow at noon. We're going to be going over those title reports and what to expect. And then in 1 week from tomorrow, so November 9th, this will be our in lieu of broker tour and lunch and learn. We'll be going over Command Con. This is less of a tutorial and more, I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I need some inspiration, right? I need to see some examples of business being done well. And these are going to be a bunch of examples of business being run well through Command. So there are multi-million-dollar teams that run their entire business from Command, from contract to close. And even before, they run all their advertising through it. All of their CRM work is done through Command. All of their lead generation is done through Command. It's amazing. It's going to be live streamed here at the Market Center. So please join me for that. We'll work on having snacks here for everybody, maybe mimosas and pancakes. I don't know, but we'll make it fun. So that'll start at 8 a.m. and it'll go till about noon, a little past noon. They'll be closing it out. So hope to see everybody there for that.
And you can send us a link for Chelan office.
Yep.
Because we're gonna have a.
Yep. We'll get you registered at the Chelan office. Oh man. You're
If
gonna
your
go to
office was
Chelan?
closer,
I know. If we could move the office. Okay. But that's it for Command Con. We got family reunion again coming up in Anaheim. February is gonna sneak up on us. So don't miss out on that. We got contracts class here in a few minutes.
35R.
Yeah, 35R. Plan on being here for that at 11:45. So yeah, that'll be 11:45. But that's it for kind of the housekeeping and reminder stuff for me. Russ, I've got the speakers fixed, I think. Do you have a broker minute for me? Do you have anything you want to cover?
I'm going to share something that's going on right now that I've never experienced in my career with title. So it's good timing. And I'll bring it up tomorrow. But in your closing documents, there's a little piece of paper that says, the seller says, I don't know of any defects, encumbrances on my property. It's 1 page. Well, what happened was a seller sold their house. There hadn't been a survey on it in 50 years. They lived there since the 50s, 50, 60 years. The buyer bought it, did a survey after he bought it, not before. The neighbor's fence encroached on the seller, who was our client, property by 3 feet. The buyer of our client said, hey, move your fence over 3 feet. The neighbor said, hell no. It's been there for 60 years. So the buyer sued the neighbor, went to court, and the buyer lost.
Yeah.
He sued for adverse possession and the buyer lost. So then the buyer sued, that lost the court case against the neighbor. He then turned around and sued the title company because he said you should have caught that, even though there was not a survey done. And he won.
What?
Then the title company sued my client and said, because you signed that one little piece of paper that said you didn't have any encumbrances, we're going to sue you for the 35 grand that we had to pay the person that bought your house.
Jeez Louise.
So it's not the local title companies, it's the big title companies like Chicago Title that backs
Realty
the
in
local
Chicago,
title.
yeah.
So anyway, I'm working through that. It's just, and I got an attorney involved, and I just wanted to bring that up. It's kind of like, wow, that's weird. My attorney said title companies will send those letters out automatically in the hopes they recover money. Not a guarantee. So we have now that attorney is writing a letter for the client saying, here's all the reasons why that's not going to work. We're not going to pay you. But anyway, I thought that was interesting because I've never experienced that before. I was always under the impression that if you're a buyer, it's kind of buyer beware. You should get a survey, especially if the seller says, I have no idea, or I think it's over here, but I've never had a survey. It's always been this way. I've been here since 1950. If you want a survey, you should get an Alta extended title policy and then make sure everything is kosher. That means an extended title policy, which we can talk to them about tomorrow, where you get the surveys and all the easements and everything that's ever happened. You go all the way back to the beginning of time. They're much more expensive. That's always been what I thought that the recommendation was. So this is just a little twist and something new that I thought I'd share, and we can talk to them tomorrow, and I'll kind of keep you guys in the loop as I kind of unpack this very unique situation.
Hey, Russ.
Yeah.
Is this 1 page paper you're talking about? Is this something that they're signing like at closing with all the documents for purchasing or selling?
Yeah,
Title?
it's the seller signs this one little piece of paper, which is in the bundle of documents.
And I'm sure they don't have the option not to sign it. They got to sign all the things.
Well,
So
they sure put it in front of you like you don't have the option, but I'm also
Yeah.
going, that's weird. My seller buys title insurance. And then the person they paid sues them.
yeah,
Yeah. It's really odd because I'm surprised that the buyer won against the title company, because that's one of the boilerplate general exceptions that I've seen in just about every title report, is that they will not cover any encumbrances, period.
Yeah, and I'm excited to look into that case because it did go to court. So I'm excited to
Wow.
unpack that, learn about what was the angle there. And
Yeah.
it might have been that the title company, like municipalities and a lot of people, realize that the cost of litigation greatly exceeds the settlement.
Yes.
So you get sued, you settle, 35 grand. And talk to a lawyer for a couple of minutes, that's 35 grand. So they might have just settled and then said, all right, we're just going to go after the seller. And like my attorney, our brokerage attorney said, well, they might just be fishing and some people might just write them a check.
Yeah.
So I got, what's right and wrong. And this is a sad situation. So I'm really, this client of mine I've known since I was a child. She retired with her husband from Manson. He died in the RV going to their double wide in New Mexico, which is all they could afford. It's all they have in the world. So then I got this Chicago title company bullying them, and I just not right.
No,
and so I want to learn about it and I want to share about what does this all mean? And is this something that we have to sign? To your point, also, is this like, maybe this is not something we have to sign based on the fact that they can turn around and sue us for something that we didn't do wrong in our, what we thought we didn't do wrong. So anyway,
that's good. That's a good
learning
point.
base is a perpetual process. It's one of our 6 personal perspectives at KW. And I'll tell you, 32 years later, all I know is I don't know very much.
That's a good point. Well, thank you, Russ. Thanks everybody for joining us. I'm excited for tomorrow's lunch and learn to kind of go over titles, and that'll be a good discussion. So we'll see everybody there, and we'll see everybody at contracts class here in about 15 minutes. All right. See you then. Bye, everybody.